Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
This third quarterly meeting for 2025, number 003 2025 of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission, where we are celebrating 30 years of casino regulatory excellence, having our legacy, shaping the future, is hereby called to order. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Commissioner Luther F. Renee,
Present.
Commissioner Carolyn P. Herman Purcell,
Present.
Chairman Marvin L. Pickering.
Present.
Mr. Chairman, all present, no absences.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission is comprised of 3 members. All 3 members are present, thereby a quorum is established. Madam Clerk, please read the rest of the agenda into the record, please.
Agenda item number 3, approval of minutes of June 25, 2025. Agenda item number 4, reports of officers. 4A, Secretary Treasurer's report. 4B, Vice Chair's report. 4C, Chairman's report. Agenda item number 5, report of the Division of Gaming Enforcement, DGE. Agenda item number 6, new business. 6A, approval of licensure resolution number 004-2025. Agenda item number 7, any other business, and agenda item number 8, adjournment.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'd like to remind all in the audience to please silence your cell phones or get them off altogether. Let me recognize others in attendance. We have legal counsel, Lynn L. Vidal Esquire. To the far right, we have our executive director and clerk for the day, for the meeting, Linda I. Smith. We have our licensing and compliance officer, Ms. Luther Talt. We have our finance and HR administrator, the camera, Ms. Smith. We have our IT support specialist, Mr. Odingo Davila. Welcome to you, Sandy Hall. I don't think that you've been here with me before. Good to see you. Also in attendance, we have DGE Director, Attorney R. Oliver David, our friends from casinos or casino licensees, Mr. Capers from DV. Morning. Our friends from Caravel. I received an email from Mr. Schiefer this morning indicating that he was unable to attend. He indicated that Ms. Russell and Mr. Jason Williams will be. I know Jason Williams will be very good shoes. Welcome to one and all. Thank you. Good to see you, Mr. Jason Williams. Great seeing you too. Okay, did I miss anyone? I don't think so. Let's move on to item number 3 on the agenda, which is the approval of the minutes from our June 25th, 2025 meeting. Colleagues, you had an opportunity to review the transcript.
I have.
Mr. Chair. Okay, any amendments, changes?
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes.
Chair, I asked that it be noted in the transcript of June 25th, 2025, Mr. Bork of Caravel. His name is misspelled throughout. It's misspelled as Bourke, and it's correctly spelled Bork. Similarly to Mr. Shepherd of Caravel of VIGL. His surname is misspelled throughout as SCHAEFFER, and it's correctly spelled as SCHIEFFER.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Do we noted? Do, any other comments on the transcript?
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the verbatim transcript of June 25th, 2025 as official minutes of our quarterly meeting held on June 25th of 2025. I so move with the notation of the correction of those two last steps.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Do I hear a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion to approve the minutes of June 25, 2025 as a official transcript of that meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee. The motion to approve the minutes of June 25th, 2025 with the noted amendments has been moved by Vice Chair Herman Purcell, seconded by Commissioner Renee. Hearing no objection, the motion is hereby approved. Thank you. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, which is item number 4, reports of officers. We will begin with the Secretary Treasury report, then report from the Vice Chair, and then the Chair's report. Commissioner Renee, please begin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to all. I must say, Mr. Chair, that at present quarter we have been extremely busy at the Casino Control Commission. One of the highlights of this quarter was when I personally handed our gala invitation to Mr. Capers and also to DGE by special invitation, handed personally to the two of you. I didn't meet Mr. Williams and Carol staff, but it was my pleasure. You have not received your RSVP. Thank you, Mr. Chair, once again. As I mentioned, it was quite busy for us at CCC. On June 26th, attended a meeting of the organizing group for the preparation of the planned summit to discuss the internet gaming and the internet gambling legislation. Planning meetings continue every Wednesday until July 30th, 2025. On July 30th, 2025, I joined the team for a site visit to Carambola Resort for a dress rehearsal of sorts to ensure all was in place for the summit. July 1, 2025, I'm beginning from that day and every other Tuesday following, as chairman of the 30th Anniversary Celebration Committee, held meetings of the organizing group. There were periods, of course, when we met weekly, but we continued on our bi-weekly meetings throughout, and we still do at this point. July 8th, 2025, participated in a refresher cybersecurity training conducted by IT specialist, Mr. Davila, and of course that was hosted by CCC. July 13th, accompanied the chairman and vice chair to our appearance at the hearing called by the Committee of Economic Development of Agriculture of the 36th Legislature of the Virgin Islands for an overview of VICC's Operations and Finances. July 23rd, accompanied the chairman and the vice chair as we appeared before the Committee on Budget, Appropriations and Finance as we presented VICC's fiscal year 2026 budget request. July 31st, VICC held this big summit at the Carambola Resort, where presentations were made as it relates to the revamping and modernization of the internet gaming and internet gambling legislation. On August the 7th, September the 2nd, September 9th, September 16th, attended meetings to review GLI's proposed amendments to the Internet Gaming and Gambling Act following the summit of July 31st, 2025. On August 26th, attended a general staff meeting at CCC. September 10th, 2025, appeared on the radio program, Analyze This on WTJX 93.1 FM, and we spoke of Responsible Gaming Education Month 2025, which of course is in September. September 11th, 2025, attended executive meeting of the ICCC number 2025-2925, sorry, EN005. September 10th, 2025, attended an investigatory hearing as it relates to a hotel employee. September 11th, 2025, completed and submitted final documentation for a drawdown request to Vitima FEMA for the reimbursement of funds previously expended by CCC for work completed by on-site environmental in the restoration of over 200,000 pages of damaged documents during the last major hurricane. Mr. Chair, that brings to the end of my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee. We now move on to the Vice Chair's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My report is in the packet. We'll replicate some of the things Commissioner Renee has talked about. I will highlight that during this period, reporting period of June 26th of 2025 to September 23rd of 2025, conferences, webinars, and trainings that I attended and benefited from. I also attended a cybersecurity training, were led by Mr. Davila. The chair and I traveled to Columbus, Ohio, July 16th through the 18th, where the National Council on Problem Gambling put on its national conference on gambling, addiction, and responsible gambling. And during those 3 days, we had presentations on the latest research and trends and innovations in problem gambling treatment and prevention. One of the best conferences I attended in my career was the Internet Gaming and Internet Gambling Summit hosted by the Casino Control Commission. Well attended, well organized, and just an awesome event. I just cannot just say more about how well that event was. And I think everyone who attended understood where the commission is, where we intend to take internet gaming and gambling in the territory as we move forward on that project to fulfill the mandates of law and to modernize the law, bring the law into the 21st century. A webinar I listened to, very educational, was the National Survey on Gambling Attitudes and Gambling Experiences. That was on August 19th of 2025. Likewise, I attended the Committee on Economic Development and Agriculture, the hearing, where they had the commission come before it to give an overview on our operations and finances. I also appeared with my colleagues before the Committee on Budget, Appropriation and Finance to present our fiscal year 2026 budget request of the commission. On July 10th of 2025, I participated in an investigatory hearing held by the commission concerning a casino hotel employee license. Meetings throughout the quarter, as Commissioner Renee alluded to, we met quite regularly during this quarter. Every week it seemed was for the Internet Gaming and Gambling Summit. We had regular meetings on those for that events. We also attended meetings regularly for the 30th anniversary plans. Meetings regularly for a review of GII Gaming Laboratories International proposed amendment to the Internet Gaming and Internet Gambling Act. And now we have those amendments before us. We're going through those amendments so we can then produce a proposal to present to the legislature as what the commission believes how that law needs to be amended to take us forward. I began work with Attorney Vidal on revisions to the Code of Ethics for the commission. We met on August 28th of 2025. On September 15th of 2025, we met the full commission to determine next steps for PlayWiseVI.org. We had a general staff meeting July 24th and August 26th, an executive meeting on September 11th, 2025, and our third quarter hearing and meeting that was held on September 23rd of 2025. Concerning matters specifically focused on responsible gaming and problem gambling. On July 7th of 2025, Attorney Vidal and I met with the National Voluntary Self-Exclusion Program, where we heard about how that program works and to see if possible, the Virgin Islands would be participating in it. What it allows persons to do is one-stop shop. You go, you file your application with the National Voluntary Program, and they distribute it out throughout the United States to the different jurisdictions. So the gambler, the problem gambler doesn't have to go from jurisdiction to jurisdiction to fill out a form. It's distributed throughout, so that person knows I have self-excluded from everywhere, or every jurisdiction that participates in this National Voluntary Self-Exclusion Program. On July 8th, I met again with Attorney Vidal. We met with the Responsible Gaming Council just to begin talks and a possible having a VI, a gambling attitude survey done within the territory to get an understanding of our attitudes toward gambling, how we perceive it as a people. And finally, on September 10th of 2025, I appeared also with my colleagues and analyzed this to discuss responsible gaming education month, where we're currently observing and the commission has, and to tell our activities and different plans for this month. And Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. The National Voluntary Self-Exclusion. That is just with this group that you mentioned, because I know there's a push on. I'm not sure who heads it, who's leading the effort to have I don't know if it's legislation or what, but to have the standard across the gaming industry for voluntary self-exclusion.
Okay, well, this is with this particular organization that they run this, and that's the title, the name of it, the National Voluntary Self-Exclusion Program, this group. And you join, but it, it has fees associated with it. It's not, and what it is, once the gambler signs up with that for the jurisdiction participating, they inform the jurisdiction. This is that, I'm not aware, and that may be the better option, because this particular program has some significant costs to be a part of it.
I believe we met, probably if it was NAGRA or one of the other conferences, we met with a young lady, probably.
I believe it's the same people.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I think that is something that would be helpful, because you can exclude in one state or from one casino or from sports betting in one area and then drive across to another state and, you know, and gamble, even though you requested voluntary self-exclusion form. You hope state that.
And that's a story they keep telling how this young man came in and he applied for voluntary self-exclusion in one jurisdiction and spent so many hours in a car driving to every place to fill out the form. And how it was at this national registry, national program, one application is dispersed everywhere.
Makes a lot of sense. And it will be helpful. Thank you for, Madam Vice Chair for the report. Now down to the chair's report. I don't want to be too redundant. Some of the things, mentioned by my colleagues, some of the things mentioned by my colleagues, but I do want to touch on the IGIG summit. As Commissioner Renee mentioned, we had a very busy quarter, a very busy month in July. We've been planning the IGIG summit for quite some time, months and months, probably years in the making, as you stated. By all accounts, the summit was a resounding success. And those who are in attendance, Mr. Capers, Director David, Ms. Russell, you were there as well. I think Ms. Jason. So, but thank you all very much for coming. I want to say one more time, a hearty, heartfelt thank you to the VICCC team, including my colleagues that did an incredible and awesome job in putting that summit on together. It was very, very well done. Also, I want to take this opportunity to thank again Governor Bryan for working with us. And I had a little heartache when the Senate President called me and told me that the governor had scheduled the special session for the same day that we had our summit. And without the attendance of those stakeholders, you know, I don't think that it would have been as successful as it was. We actually had a packed house, and so there was great interest. I also want to thank Senator Francis, the chair of the legislatures, the 36 legislatures Budget Appropriation and Finance Committee chair, for also working with us by rescheduling some of his budget committee hearings in order that his colleagues, you know, could attend the summit. It was mentioned before by my colleagues that we had two appearances at the legislature. On July 14th, we were before the Committee on Economic Development and Agriculture, headed by or chaired by Senator Hubert Frederick. On July 16th to 18th, it was mentioned that we attended the NCPG conference. We again returned to the legislature for our budget hearing. We requested a total of, and our budget request from the, let me back up, our budget request from the legislature is by statute for the payment of salaries and fringe costs for the commission only, not for other operating costs. Salaries and fringe benefits for the commission. We requested a total of $1,723,800, which is a $300,000 increase from the previous 3 fiscal years. Again, I want to thank Governor Bryan for working with us to get that increase. Also in July, we signed an engagement letter with the firm of Smith and Company to commence our fiscal year 2023 audit, which is now in progress. And I am confident that we will probably have the same results in fiscal year 2023 as we did in the previous 2 fiscal years, whereby we receive, an unqualified or unmodified, quote unquote, clean audit, and which the commission continues to be proud of those efforts. On August 19th, we commenced our review of the, as was mentioned previously, of the amendments, the proposed amendments to the internet gambling and gaming statutes. That review is led by Attorney Vidal, and we continue to meet weekly, hoping to complete that process by the end of October, first week of November, to propose those amendments to the legislature. We mentioned before our general staff meeting, which was to review the summit and discuss employee evaluations. Throughout the month of August, we continue to meet with the 30th anniversary committee, led by Commissioner Renee, and he chairs that committee. September 9th, we met with VIGL executives, Mr. Sheever and Mr. Walk, wherein we discussed their proposal to remedy the situation that they had with the faulty downgrade of Players Club cards. And the commission approved their proposal to award $50 in free slot play to the members of the Players Club that were affected by that faulty downgrade. We appeared on the Analyze This program, as I mentioned previously, with former Senator Neville James, in observance of Responsible Gaming Education Month. On September 11th, we convened our executive meeting on the 005-2025, wherein we approved the licensure resolution number 004-2025 and other matters. We wrote an op-ed and provided to the media in observance of Responsible Gaming Education Month. I have just seen that article appear in the VI source. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I see it's the source here. No, source is not.
No,
Okay. So yes, we want to thank them for publishing that op-ed. We issued a press release on September 17th in response to a fraudulent social media posting advertising that DV Arena Bay Casino had online gaming. The commission has not issued any licenses for online or internet gaming. And Mr. Capers, I want to thank you and your team for getting out ahead of that and quickly disavowing that. Thank you so much. Okay. When internet gaming goes into effect, the world will know. Information that is. Thank you again. So moving on to financial matters and other related activities. Licenses issued by the commission from October 1st, 2024 through August 31st, 2025. We issued a total of 263 licenses and statements of compliance in various categories, and those categories are outlined in the packet. Casino employees, casino key employees, gaming related, non-gaming related, etc., etc. For the same period, the commission issued 271 work permits, 109 exemptions from licensure, and 53 waivers and from registration and licensure. Financial reports of the commission for the period of October 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025. Revenues were $1,582,784 versus $1,970,971 for the same period in fiscal year 2024, a difference of $388,187 less. This is due primarily to higher amount of license fees in the prior year, and also settlement of fines that we had in the previous fiscal year. Expenses thus far this fiscal year amount to $1,409,248 for a net surplus of $173,536. The same period last fiscal year, expenditures amounted to $271,751 with a net surplus of $599,220, a difference of $425,684 due to the same reason. The Commission's overall fiscal year 2025 budget projects revenues and expenditures in the amount of $2,220,300 for a balanced budget. As we always note, and I noted previously, the Commission's revenues and expenditures is due to the major portion of the Commission's revenues and expenditures is due to the GVI's contribution for salaries and fringe benefits. For the period ended June 30, 2025, that amount was $1,051,609, or 66% of revenues and 75% of expenditures. The Commission is also mandated to manage two other accounts, namely the amounts allocated to the Division of Gaming Enforcement from the Casino Control Revolving Account, which is 20% of the funds deposited to that account for operating expenses of DGE, and also the 1% of the Casino Revenue Fund taxes dedicated to providing for gambling, addiction, and education programs. The amount dedicated to gambling and education programs, that account is called the VI Alliance for Responsible Gaming. For the period October 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025, the DGE revolving account had revenues of $22,950 and expenses of $23,168 for a net loss of $218. For the same period, VIARG fund had revenues of $17,539 and expenses amounting to $22,761 for a net loss of $5,222. The greatest portion of those expenses, $12,136, which provide training to the Department of Health gambling addiction counselors, and travel for one of the employees or one of the staff to accompany the Commission's team to the NAGRA annual conference. Let it be noted that the Commission entered into a MOU with the Department of Health, whereby the Commission funded or is funding training, for six counselors,
Three per district.
6 counselors territory-wide, 3 in each district, so that we can have trained counselors for anyone experiencing gambling addiction issues. And so I think our last report indicated that they had gone through the course, and now they are doing the certification process to be awarded that certification. Moving on to the casinos, gross revenues for the casinos. For the period October 1st, 2024, these casinos are combined, our two casino licensees, through July 31st, 2025. As reported by the casino licensees, DV and Caravel, amounted to $16,276,303 versus $15,499,448 for the same period last year, an increase of $776,855, or roughly 8%. For the entire fiscal year, total gross casino revenues amounted to $18,527,993. Gross casino revenues is taxed at 12%. That's paid into the casino revenue fund. The commission receives 25% of those tax revenues, with the remaining 75% being allocated to support certain other government of the Virgin Islands agencies. Employment status from the casinos for the fiscal quarter ending June 30th, 2025. Both casinos reported a combined gross total payroll of $2,665,578, with a total head count of 311 employees. The total fiscal year payroll, October 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025, was $7,954,916, with an average head count of 306 employees. Total withholding taxes paid thus far for the fiscal year is $456,339. The casino licensees spending for other goods and services amount to $5,551,388 for the quarter ended June 30th, 2025, versus $5,919,122 for the same period the prior fiscal year, a decrease of $367,734, or 6%. For the fiscal year to date, spending for other goods and services amount to $16,288,028 versus $16,427,692, an overall decrease of $139,664, or less than 1%. Examples of other goods and services include food, liquor, advertising, insurance, legal and professional services, etc., etc. Therein ends the report from the chairman's report. Moving on to the next item on the agenda is a report of the date of the Division of Game Enforcement. Director David, you want to step forward, please, and present your report?
Good morning all.
Good morning.
Oliver David, Director of the Division of Game Enforcement. Since DGE's last quarterly performance report dated June 23rd, 2025, the DGE has accomplished the following. Due diligence investigation, DG completed one CHKE, that's Casino Hotel Key Employee Investigation, requested over to the Commission, and also one CKE, which is a Casino Key Employee due diligence investigation. The DGE recently partially completed due diligence investigation of two casino service entity gaming related license applicants and their qualifiers. One was Voyager Parent LLC, the current owner of IGT, one of the largest gaming machine manufacturers in the United States, and the other was Multi-Tech Games USA, small gaming machine distributor, currently representing 3 companies. The DGE closed out its investigation of 16 applicants, that is, applicants who were terminated or resigned prior to DGE completing its investigation. Opening of new files, the DGE processed 29 new license applications received for investigation from the VICCC for casino key employees, casino hotel key employees, casino employees, casino hotel employees, and casino service entities, both gaming related and non-gaming related. This file was submitted and the DGE opened the application and assigned to our investigators to commence investigation of these applicants. Complaints. The DG is currently conducting its investigation of 5 patrons' complaints that were submitted by the VICCC for investigation, and is reviewing an incident report of an apparent violation of Virgin Islands laws to determine what charges, if any, should be filed against one of the casino licenses. The DGE staff responded to approximately 22 requests for technical assistance for both the DV Caribbean Bay Casino and the Caribbean Casino. DGE staff assisted the gaming technicians at the casinos in addressing technical problems with EGMs to have these machines returned to the gaming floor. The DG was also called to verify one jackpot during that time period. Training. DG continues to provide training to all staff members via online training at various conferences, workshops, and seminars. Both of DG staff members will be attending training at BMM Laboratories, one of the 2 machine testing laboratories licensed by the VICCC in Las Vegas in October, and one of the 2 staff members will stay on to attend the annual G2E conference and training. Staffing. Presently, DGE has a backlog of approximately 396 due diligence investigation pending. Inadequate staffing continues to be a major issue at DGE. The backlog of investigations will no doubt continue to increase if the staffing needs at the DGE are not addressed. At this point, I'd like to thank the chairman of the VICCC for working tirelessly to assist DGE in getting adequate staffing. I both at the budget presentation at the legislature and also at the hearing of the legislature's committee on finance, I think agriculture. The commission chair pushed forward for adequate staffing. The commission chair has worked with me to present a proposal so that the DGE would receive 20% of the gross revenue. That is something that I've been advocating for over 20 years, and we would have not received it. I don't know exactly what transpired, but the commission chair drafted the proposal. We were told that it was being addressed. We were told that last year, so that again this year at both of the meetings that I attended, commission chair was there. We pushed forward for it, and I am not sure exactly where we are at this time. But again, it is very important that if DGE does not get the staffing that it requires, we cannot do what we are required to do in the timely manner. And you will notice that the number of applications that were submitted to the DGE that we won't be able to address in the timely manner will continue to increase. 396, it's a lot. And it's not going to get any less unless we get the staffing. I must say though that recently we the DGE welcomed 2 student interns for 6 months duration. I was able to recruit them through the University of the Virgin Islands. One applicant one intern is a recent graduate, and the other one is a senior. And both of them are working with the DGE to help us in addressing certain issues. To what they're doing is some of the work that basically an administrative assistant would do in terms of getting the application scanned and files are opened, whilst the two other staff address the other issues. And that have been very helpful to me. However, we just need additional staff. And I'd like to, at this point in time, I'd like to say again, thank you to David Pickering for his help. And I mean, that is not the commission's job, that is the general's job. The general is trying, or some of the generals have tried in the past. But I know this is, the Chairman Pickering has been doing a yeoman's job in trying to get us the help. I don't know if we have received it from the last discussions that we had, but thank you, Chairman Pickering. We'll do the best we can with what we have, but it is not an easy task. Thank you.
Thank you, Director David, and thank you for recognizing the commission's advocacy on your behalf, which I work along with my colleagues in that effort. But you gotta wrap up. We only got the box. Thank you for that. And it's not 20% that we are to go with. It's 10. You want to go in all shit.
Yeah, sorry,
It's 10%.
my mistake, 10%.
Yeah, but before I go any further, I'd like to recognize the presence of Ms. Kusa Christian from DV Karina Bay Resorts. Welcome, good morning. And I believe we have the presence of someone from the media, the consortium. Okay, thank you for being here, and thank you very much, even though you haven't published my appraisal. But you did publish our press release, alerting the public, to that fraudulent scam, and thank you very much.
Very much.
Director David,
Yes,
that number, that backlog has grown since
yes.
our last meeting. How are these two interns assisting?
Well, once DG receives the application, we have to scan every application that we receive and create an electronic file and a hard copy file. So the interns are assisting us in scanning the documents and creating the files for us. And we have had a backlog for some time, so they're doing that. Because what happens, if one of my staff is taking care of an investigation or at the casino, when the application comes in, we put them aside so they can deal with whatever they're dealing with. But after a while, it's piling up. And I've always tried to, okay, well, one day a week, forget whatever you're doing, concentrate on doing the scanning. And sometimes it's a lot to scan everything and organize it because I'm sure you're aware of the volume of paper that comes with each application. And then once it is scanned, they have to do some cut and paste in some technical stuff they have to do to arrange it in an electronic format. So that is what they're doing. And that's one of the reasons why I asked for students that have that are in the computer-based areas, they can do that with scan and move it. And they have been doing a tremendous job of doing that. And I was fortunate I was able to get, because most of the time you have interns, unfortunately here you have female students. I was able to get male students. I know when we talked about the last time on the students today, everybody that was presenting were female students. And I did not really ask for male students, but that's what I got, and I'm happy about that. So they're doing that, and I'm very pleased with their performance.
Part of your ask for the additional personnel is an administrative person,
Yes.
and then I think it's three.
Yeah, 3 employees.
3 employees you're asking for.
Yeah.
And the other 2 would be what?
Well, basically, what we have right now, we do not have an administrative person.
Right.
So everything that comes in, I review every single piece of paper that comes, and then make the decision. If I have an administrative person, that doesn't have obviously administrative issues. The 2 employees that I have, they are termed investigators. Because at one point we had one that was a gaming technician, but in the wisdom of whoever, they changed the name to investigators. She is doing both. She is the main gaming technician. So whenever there is a call from the casino, she's the one that go and interact with the casino personnel. I have the other employee, she's the backup. So in order to keep both of them current, I have the main technician, she is on call 3 weeks in the month. And the other one, I have her call in 1 week, so that she won't get to rest. But in addition to that, they are both assigned, once I review the applications, I hired between both of them to do the investigations. With the 2 employees that I have, I will have a focus on all the key technician, focus mainly on the technician stuff. And the 2 employees, they'll be doing the background investigations. I am forced, so I have been doing the background investigations for the casino service entity, which entails travel back and forth. A couple of years ago, when we had an additional employee, I was trying to get someone to take up that mantle. That is not the case. So with the 2 investigations, I would focus a lot more on administrative matters and have all the investigations done by the investigators. Fortunately, I can do that, and it's a matter of having to train the employees because some of the investigations that I am doing are complex investigations. So it will take some time to get whoever it is trained to deal with that. So we have to interview the folks. I guess Mr. Kickles is aware of the investigations that we do in that respect. And one employee, the investigator, she's also dealing with the complaints. So she handles the investigations regarding the complaints. So we have all of that. So we'll be able to reduce the length of time it takes to do background investigations with the additional employees that are with us.
Good, sounds good. Colleagues, any questions for Director David?
Except I have to make sure that I'm better on my review in terms of my spelling and punctuation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Director David. Okay, so that brings us to item number 6 on the agenda, which is new business. We have one item, which is the approval of license resolution number 004-2025. Do I hear a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I move that the commission approve licensure resolution number 004-2025, which details administrative actions taken as statements of compliance and casino employee and casino servicing entity licenses when we met at executive meeting on September 11th, 2025. I so moved.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Do I hear a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion to approve licensure resolution number 004-2025.
Thank you, Commissioner Renee. Motion to approve licensure resolution number 004-2025, which was adopted in our executive meeting on September 11th, 2025. The approval of licensure resolution number 004-2025 has been moved by Madam Vice Chair, Member Michelle, seconded by Commissioner Renee. Hearing no objections, the motion is hereby approved. Okay. This brings us to item number 7 under any other business. I just have a couple of items, mainly as part of the Commission's 30th anniversary celebration, the Commission has joined with the Department of Human Services, and we will be sponsoring or co-sponsoring a senior citizens day event.
That's correct.
Fun day.
Fun day, right, coming up on Thursday, the 25th of September at the Vincent Mason Rural Resort, known to us old folks as Frederickstead Pool. That's gonna be happening on Thursday. There'll be certain events will be presenting in conjunction with Responsible Gaming Education Month. Yes, I was going to say it's a twofer. It's a twofer, right? We celebrating the 3rd anniversary, sponsoring that as one of our events, and we will be recognizing or observing Responsible Gaming Education Month. The food and drinks, game giveaways, entertainment, music, etc., etc. This is a total team effort on the part of the commission. And again, I would like to extend my thanks and appreciation to the entire VICCC team. And we look forward to a successful event. The 30th anniversary committee. We continue to meet in the planning of our big gala coming up on November 8th, 2025, taking place at the Halfpenny Beach Club. If you have not received an invitation and you have not submitted your RSVP, please do so ASAP, because we need to get our counts accurate. So that is my item on the AOB. Colleagues, do you have anything under any other business?
I did not. Thank you.
Okay. If there's no further business, today's meeting and hearing, for today's meeting and hearing, I want to thank the executive team of the commission. All of you in attendance, thank you for being here. Thank you again, Ms. Hall, for working with us today. Our next scheduled quarterly meeting is for December 10th, 2025. With that, the quarterly meeting number 003, 2025 of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission, today, Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, is hereby adjourned.